everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes. If you follow me on Instagram, I listed a few suggestions. Out of all of them, you guys chose this one. So that is what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's not going to be too in-depth with them, like swatches and all of that. But if you guys have a particular palette that you see that you want to do more in-depth with, just comment down below and I'll be happy to do it for you guys. But as of now, I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite top 5 eyeshadow palettes, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so the first palette I'm going to be talking to you guys about is a palette I use here on my channel on a regular basis. This is the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutrals Matte Palette number 2. I absolutely love this palette. As you see, the colors are very versatile and very neutral, and that is what I personally love about it, and that is what drew my eye to this palette. I purchased mine at Target, and I believe that's only where you can purchase Sonia Kashuk, as well as online. I'll leave both of the sites to where you can get these palettes down below if you want to check it out. But I absolutely love this palette. They're very pigmented for being drugstore. They are amazing, and they're super, super blendable. $20. It's a little bit more on the higher end of drugstore, but for getting all these shades in one palette, I think it's an amazing price, and it's just a really good palette. So I'll show you a couple swatches. I'll show you this dark brown. Super pigmented, really, really creamy. One swipe, and it's just all right there. It's perfect. I'll show you how they blend. As you see, it blends really, really easy, like a dream. Super easy, and I love that about it. So I highly recommend this. I love this. Again, this is a Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutrals number 2 palette. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be showing you guys is a BH Cosmetics palette. This is the Makeup by Mandy 24 palette, and I absolutely love this palette. I actually got mine at a hair show because I am a licensed cosmetologist. So when I went, this is actually on sale for $5. So I'm not sure how much it retails for actually online. But I'll leave everything down below so you guys can go check it out. So this is what the palette looks like. As you see, just really simple, really basic colors. And you'll get to see that's mostly what I like. I just like my neutral colors. They're really easy to use on an everyday basis. So I actually love this palette for a beginner. It has less colors in it. And I feel like when you're a beginner, if you have a palette with less colors, you don't get as confused. So this is a really, really good palette for beginners and just anyone in general. You have your 2 brow bone highlights. You have your lid shimmer shade, a black, another lid shimmer shade, and then you have your crease color. These are really good blendable, creamy eyeshadows. I'll show you a swatch of the shimmer kind of pink champagne color, and then I'm going to show you guys the crease color. They're just really pigmented, really creamy, and they blend really, really easily. So I just love this palette. I recommend it to anybody. It's just a really good palette. If you guys want to see me do a tutorial or using this, just comment down below and I'll be happy to do it for you guys. But yeah, again, this is the BH Cosmetics Makeup by Mandy 24 palette. Okay, so the third palette I'm going to be showing you guys is an Urban Decay Naked palette. And I believe this is the first palette I actually bought when I first started makeup. So I absolutely love this palette. It's just gorgeous. Out of all the Naked palettes, I love this one the best. I actually have the Naked palette 3, but I never even use it. This one is just so amazing. I absolutely love it. My favorite colors are Half Baked and Sin. They're just gorgeous. This palette is just super, super creamy. I'm not going to go too in-depth with it like I said in the beginning of the video, just because this palette is really old and I'm pretty sure everybody like in their world has this palette. But if you don't, I highly recommend it. It's really, really pretty. You have all the colors you need. This color has mostly shimmer shades in it, so if you're one of the people who just like the matte shades, you probably would not like this. I absolutely love this palette. It's a really good palette, really creamy and beautiful, beautiful shades in here. I highly, highly recommend this palette. It's really, really good. Okay, so the fourth palette I'm going to be talking to you guys about is a palette that I kind of use here mostly on my channel a lot. This is the Coastal Scents Revealed 2 palette. It looks like this. And when I first saw this online, and again, I believe that's only where you can get Coastal Scents online. But when I saw this online, I was like, I have to get it. It is just so pretty. There are so many colors in here. It's just like a makeup girl's dream. Like, I love this. Like, it has so many colors, so many looks you can create with this palette. I actually use this palette to create the fall makeup look as well. So again, I'll leave that down below if you want to see that tutorial. But I love this palette, especially their shimmer shades are gorgeous. I love this gold color. This is gorgeous. Out of all my palettes, this is probably my second favorite palette. The last one I'm going to be showing you is actually my first favorite palette. I want to save the best one for last. But out of all of them, this is my second favorite palette. This color is just so pigmented. I'm actually wearing the colors all over my lid right now. I'm using this shade right here all over my entire lid. Oh, gorgeous. I highly recommend this palette 100%. If you like your shimmer shades, I highly recommend this palette. I just feel like the eyeshadows are so creamy and they're just amazing. Except for some of them, they are a little bit powdery, especially this one right here. As you see, I kind of tried to just touch that and it kind of went up like very, very powdery. This one, I'll show you guys a swatch of it. It's that one. You can't really see it because it is really powdery, that one. So some of them, I'm not going to lie, are very powdery. But in all, it's a really, really good palette. As you see, really creamy and very pigmented. I just love this. Again, this is a Revealed 2 by Coastal Scents. Okay, so the last palette I'm going to be talking to you guys about is my all-time favorite palette. I never found eyeshadows so creamy, so blendable like these eyeshadows. I just love this palette. I used it ever since I first got it. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Couture palette. And it is just amazing. I use it, like I said, every single day. And I highly recommend this palette. I never felt colors and shadows so creamy like this in my entire life. And I did makeup and I've been loving makeup for the longest time. So when I came across these are good colors. They're super creamy, super blendable, and super pigmented. I can't even say anything bad about this palette because it's just amazing. I usually don't reach for colors like this. As you see, most of my palettes are really, really neutral. But I really wanted to go out of my comfort zone and just pick things that I wouldn't usually do. Because I know a lot of my viewers do like bright colors. Not everybody likes neutral. So I wanted to try something different. And I went ahead and picked up this palette for the blue, the yellow, the purple, and all the good stuff in this palette. And I ended up really, really liking it. So I'll swatch the blue. It's called Azure. I actually did a tutorial using this palette. I'll leave it down below if you guys want to check that out. So you have Azure, Metallic, Pink Champagne, and then you have Morocco. And as you see, this blue is so bright, so pigmented. These are all just with one swipe, and they are just gorgeous. I highly recommend this palette. I know it's a little bit more on the expensive side, but if you are looking for a really good palette to step out of your comfort zone, to just get good shades, I highly recommend the Anastasia Couture palette. This is my #1 favorite palette. Again, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Couture palette. And that is it for my top 5 favorite eyeshadow palettes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really want to do a questions and answers video. So if you guys could, comment down below a few questions you guys want to ask me. And I'll be sure to answer them in my next video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope it was helpful for you. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave all that down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!